One message that is clearly shown throughout the film The Wizard of Oz is the notion that women are the only ones with power. When Dorothy meets the Scarecrow, he explains to her that he doesn't have a brain. She questions this because he is talking, but he responds, saying there are many people who talk but don't have brains. When meeting the Tin Man, Dorothy finds out he doesn't have a heart, trying to instill the fact that men in that time period did not care about anything. It is just one more thing to make the males in this film seem lesser than women.
It's empty. The tinsmith forgot to give me a heart.
No heart?
No heart. All hollow.
After running into the lion, Dorothy, the Scarecrow, and the Tin Man find out he doesn't have any courage, which is ironic because he is a lion.
I'm a coward. I haven't any courage at all. I even scare myself. Look at the circles under my eyes.
When the four characters finally reach Oz, Dorothy is the one that steps up to talk to the wizard and is the only strong character out of the bunch. When it is revealed that the wizard is no more than a regular man, it is showing that men are no greater than women.
Oh.
The great Oz has spoken.
Oh.
You look lost. Is there any way I can help you?
Well, I'm trying to go see the wizard. Do you know where he is?
Well, that's easy. All you have to do is follow this path all the way to the top, and you'll be there.
Are you sure?
Trust me, I'm really good at giving direction.
Okay. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. If you need anything else, I'll be here all day.
Okay. Thank you.
Excuse me, are you alright?
Yeah, I'm alright. I'm just a bit tired. I've been walking all day.
Well, is that so? Well, I could stay here and keep you company for a little bit if you'd like.
Sure. That'd be lovely.
So, where are you off to today?
I'm off to see the Wizard of Oz.
Oh, really? Do you know how to get there?
Well, someone gave me directions earlier, but I got tired because I didn't bring a snack.
Well, I've got this bottle of water and this chocolate bar if you'd like.
Oh no, I couldn't take that from you.
Don't worry about it. You look like you need it more than I do. Take it so you can see the wizard.
If you say so. Thank you so much.
Don't worry about it.
Bye.
Bye.
Lions and tigers and...
Hey there. Oh,
You scared me.
sorry, I didn't mean to scare you, okay?
I'm alright. I just didn't see you there.
Yeah, it's not really safety for you to be walking around here.
Well, I'm on my way to see the Wizard of Oz.
All by yourself?
I met two men earlier. One gave me directions, and the other gave me some food. I think I'm pretty close to where I have to go now.
No, you're not too far, but it's not safe for you to be walking all alone.
Well, I don't have anyone to walk with.
Well, so let me guide you to the rest of the trip, so I'll know that you'll get there safe. Deal?
Well, that would be great. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Well, no one will hurt you if you stick with me.
Great, thanks.
One of the many underlying issues seen throughout The Wizard of Oz is whether or not Glinda the Good Witch is actually good. Many people suggest she is in fact the true villain of Oz, and that can be shown in the beginning of the film. When Dorothy's house falls on the Wicked Witch of the East, Glinda puts the magic ruby slippers on Dorothy so that the Wicked Witch of the West doesn't have them and their magical powers.
Give me back my slippers. I'm the only one that knows how to use them. They're no use to you. Give them back to me. Give them back.
Whispering in Dorothy's ear about their magic powers only enrages the Wicked Witch of the West even more, and focuses all of her anger onto Dorothy and not Glinda.
Somebody drops the house on you two.
Showing Dorothy that the Wicked Witch of the West has no power in Munchkinland, she sets Dorothy on her way to see the wizard so he can help her get home to Kansas. Throughout her journey, though, the Wicked Witch of the West tries to stop Dorothy from reaching the Wizard of Oz. And eventually, Dorothy throws water onto the Wicked Witch of the West, which then kills her. That was Glinda's plan all along, to get rid of the Wicked Witch of the West.
No girl like you could destroy my beautiful wickedness.
After her successful takedown of the evil witch, and finding out the Wizard of Oz could not help her get home, Dorothy returns to Glinda to ask for help. But her response to Dorothy is that she had the power all along when wearing the ruby slippers,
Then close your eyes and tap your heels together 3 times.
and the only thing she had to do to return home was click her heels together 3 times and say there's no place like home. And once Dorothy would return home, Glinda would be able to rule Oz.
Are you sure this is going to work, Glinda? How do you know Dorothy's going to fall for this? What if the plan doesn't work?
Don't worry, leave all of that up to me. I've worked all of this out and there's no way this isn't going to work. Just trust me.
What happens if Dorothy sees through your trap?
She's not going to because she won't be able to get out to Kansas without following my instructions.
Wait, what do you mean?
When that little house of hers drops on the Wicked Witch of the East and kills her, I'm going to put the ruby slippers on Dorothy, but won't tell her about their power.
So what are you going to make her do instead?
Once the Wicked Witch of the West finds her sister dead and sees Dorothy wearing the slippers, the only people she'll be mad at is Dorothy. And we all know the Wicked Witch of the West has no power in Munchkinland.
What does that have to do with Dorothy getting home, though?
Well, I'm going to tell Dorothy the only way for her to return home is to see the Wizard of Oz.
He doesn't have any power, though.
That's the point. Once she leaves Munchkinland to go on her journey, the Wicked Witch of the West will be able to kill her if she wants to.
So why make her go on this journey to see him?
Because I'm going to help Dorothy get to the Wizard's Palace, but she's going to have to do something first. A sacrifice.
What's she going to have to do?
She's going to end up at the Wicked Witch of the West's house and going to have to kill her. And once she can return to the Wizard.
But if the wizard can't help her, why would she return to see him?
Because she doesn't know he has no power. Once she gets back after killing the witch and finds out she has no power, I'm going to tell her the ruby slippers are the only way back to Kansas.
She won't see that coming at all.
That's the point. She will have gone on this journey to show everyone the Wizard of Oz has no power, and the Wicked Witch of the West will be killed by her, leaving me as the ruler of Oz.
Oh, I get it now.
Exactly. Now quick, help me get everything together quickly. Dorothy is almost here and everything has to go perfectly for this plan to work. Hurry up!
What
The flying monkeys, I like that stuff.
Yeah,
Because the film The Wizard of Oz is based off of a book, The Wonderful Wizard of Oz, it naturally has taken on some of the same symbolism that the book used. The Yellow Brick Road, the Emerald City, and the appearances of the Scarecrow, Tin Man, and Lion all come from the book with little to no changes. In the 1950s, a theory came about that The Wonderful Wizard of Oz wasn't merely a simple fairy tale. It was an allegory that detailed the U.S. politics during the 1900s. The symbolism starts from the very beginning of the film. The black and white Kansas represents the plight of the farmers who dealt with drought and no support from the government. Dorothy represents the ideals of the Midwestern state that goodness is the most important trait a person can have. When we reach the land of Oz, we meet Glinda, the Good Witch of the North, the Wicked Witch of the West, and more or less her sister, the Witch of the East. Dorothy's house lands on the Wicked Witch of the East, thus removing one problem from Oz. This represents the need for Midwestern ideals to triumph over Eastern politics. Of course, we can't forget Dorothy's faithful companions. The Scarecrow, Tin Man, and Cowardly Lion all play their part in this little allegory. The Scarecrow represents the Midwestern farmers who were stereotyped as being naive. The Tin Man represents the common workers who were dehumanized by Eastern politics, or in this case, the Wicked Witches. Finally, the Cowardly Lion represents William Jennings Bryan, a presidential candidate that promised an answer to the country's problems, but could not get enough votes. Our group travels to the Emerald City to seek the wizard, who they believe will solve all of their problems. As it turns out, the wizard is powerless and doesn't really help solve any problems. This sentiment was held about several presidents at that time. Dorothy finds out that in the end, she always had the power to grant her own wish. Of course, during the time the book was released, the politics weren't that easy to solve.